Going on, bro? Hold on. Let me prop my phone up because I need some water. I didn't have nothing in my stomach. Pause. I had the free lunch that they provided at work, and then at the house, all I had was a spoon of honey. So since the morning, spoon of honey, ate a banana, and a hard-boiled egg. It's like get a little bit of energy, and then I had like a donut and a coffee in the morning. And that's about it. I was running off, going to sleep at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, something like that. Hung out with friends the other night. Spent some good time, quality time with them, which is probably more necessary and needed than I realized because it was just good for the spirit, good for the soul. Stephanie, welcome back. Welcome back, Stephanie. And yeah, it was kind of just necessary. So here we are. Now we're back at it. You know, we're in this right now. We're here. It's happening. Back into the groove of working. And I thought my manager was gonna get upset and try to like whatever. What I'm saying? I didn't know if my manager was gonna be mad at me because I was emailing him all weekend and up until the beginning of like Monday or whatever. Like, hey man, I'm trying to do. I told you I was asking to do 3 days max per week. Um, and then he was like, well, so he looked at the sheet. The sheet I had wrote down specifically, I was available from through Thursday. But because you put Monday through Thursday, that's 4 days, and it looks like you're available for 4 days. So he was putting 4 days on my schedule. So pretty much now my work schedule was gonna end up looking like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So if I do get called in, it'll be any of those days. Hopefully it's three in a row because I'll take the three in a row pay. You know what I'm saying? So last week was 3 days in a row, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it was really smooth. It was really chill, and I was able to do what I needed to do. Some days were a little busy. Some days were a little more strenuous, a little more stressful, if you will. And yeah, it was tonight, if not tomorrow morning, that direct deposit's gonna look real nice from last week. So we'll see how it all plays out, man. I'm not really tripping right now. But anyway, autumn is upon us, man. That's what the whole thing is called. That's what I call this joint right here because as soon as I leave the library, man, it's like also I was sitting down for a long time. When I sit down for a long time, I get cold, and I didn't really wear too many layers when I left the house. I left the house. Um, what time was that, man? Like around four, between 4 and 5. I leave the house. I missed the bus. I'm like, I'm gonna have to walk up the hill. So I started walking up the hill, and I was sweating. I was like, breaking a sweat. I brought a water bottle with me because I knew it was hella hot. And then as soon as the sun set, it gets hella like cold. Now it's real cold. It's real chilly right now. So we'll see how long I end up staying outside. Stephanie, if you're still chilling, we're gonna see how long I stay outside because it's kind of cold right now. It's kind of chilly. Amelia Harbor, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for dropping in. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting here live streaming, doing what I can do. I'll work today, but I get off work and I do how many live streams? Two, three. You know what I'm saying? We get as much work as we can outside of work. You know what I'm saying? After work, we do more work. So that's what I'm on right now. Shaniqua Grissom, what's going on? Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. You're chilling in here, Stephanie. I appreciate it, Stephanie. Let me know if your son liked watching the live stream earlier. There was a couple of kids that were dropping in, or a couple of people that dropped in, I should say. Lilith said hi to me because Lilith is doing something for their kid's birthday, and then who was it, Renegade Princess, who I think was talking to yesterday. I think that was yesterday. Was over there hanging out and chilling, which is pretty cool. Project Spark, Eastern Coast. What's the Eastern? You're on the Eastern Coast. Is that what you're saying? I'm actually on the West Coast. What's the point of my stream, sir? I just check in and it's funny. Like I used to do an audio version of this podcast. I used to walk around and just do an audio version and just record that. The thing about it was I didn't really have much accountability from the actual audience and people talking to me. So I kind of leave the streams open ended. Sometimes people come in here, they just ask for life advice or they talk about life issues. Some people come in here to troll, but it's all welcome. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just whoever's here, I just kind of talk to them, whoever shows up. Sometimes I just update where my life is at right now personally and kind of just revamp and reiterate what's going on in terms of the projects that I want to do, like things that I have working on right now. So, just trying to stay focused on that. My bad. Stephanie says he loved it. That's good. Yeah, I'm happy he liked it. It's cool because when I go to work, I think I'm the only person playing Silk Song. There's one guy who he mainly does Fortnite and first person shooters. But he was saying, I played Silk Song a little bit. I give it like a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. But he was trying it out too, so it's probably not up his alley of hack and slash side scrolling Metroidvania kind of style. You know what I mean? It's probably not up his alley, which is fair. Um, that's just kind of, I've been hooked on this game. Like as soon as I got to the last judge, I thought it was at the end of the game. Come to find out this Act Two. Come to find out there's an Act Three. So I'm just like, yeah, I know there's gonna be a whole bunch of different choruses and verses up in this. It's a literal Silk song. So I know they went all out creating this, man. I feel like I don't even have all of the weapons necessary to keep proceeding throughout the game right now, but I'm still having fun playing it, man. I got to work on my posture. Hold on, let me sit up straight. Sit up straight, get my posture. But Project Spark, good for you. Help where you can. Yeah, I try. Sometimes people just. It was a dude a couple streams ago, and I was actually sitting right here, and he was just asking me. Well, he wasn't really asking me stuff. He was just saying some things about himself, and he was kind of speaking negatively about himself. And I was like, I didn't like that he was speaking negatively about himself. So we just kind of talked them through it. Like I was saying stuff out loud, and people in the chat were saying stuff to him, and I think it helped him out. So I'm not really sure, but sometimes people come in and they just whatever's on their mind, they just talk about it. So anyway, everyone that dropped in, appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. We just doing as many live streams as we can throughout the day, throughout the week. Get off work and get right back to work, man. So I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. That's all I can really say. That's all I can do is be grateful, man. The youth, the next generation, is going to fail unless they're taught to fight and shake hands, stop having parents stick up for them, B, stop shielding them, let them fail, teach them to use their hands. Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with that. I think it's a weird era where like I think there are some kids who are still able to fight. You know what I mean? Are still able and willing to fight. It's the allure of fighting and like even just having a friend or like a cousin or a brother that just antagonizes you. Like people will watch videos and then they'll get entertained by fights, but they won't fight. Then you have other people who will watch videos of people fighting, kids fighting. Like, hey, what are you gonna do in this situation? And you just antagonize each other. Like my brother used to do that shit to me all the time, and it was almost like he was testing me to see if I was ready all the time. And it's just little things like that. But it's funny because you go through all that, and then what's really interesting is like back to like working, like you're saying, working with your hands. You know, like you're so good at being a stand-up person or like someone who can stand up for yourself, but we don't really have practical skills. Like a lot of people can't really do like some form of a, what do you call this? Like just like woodwork and like just doing car stuff, things like that, just like simple stuff around the house. Like there's some kids who don't know how to mow a lawn or do like yard work ever, just little shit. And but they're always willing and able to fight. So it's just like, but those same kids wouldn't join the army if that makes sense. So it's I think about stuff like that where it's like a lot of our priorities are just kind of lost right now. So I understand kind of what you're saying. This isn't racial prejudice. Please, it's not an attack. I don't know. I didn't take it that way. Project Spark. I didn't take it that way. So I don't want you to think that I'm taking it that way and I'm responding in that sense. I'm not responding from a place of argument. I'm not here to argue about nothing. So that's I hear what you're saying though. Like I don't disagree with what you're saying. Um, but I think like even though some kids are able to stick up for themselves, that's all they're really good for. That's all they're good for, which is crazy. They're really good at fighting. But I say that as someone who's like I felt that way. Where like growing up, I was just good at like fighting and like wanting to fight and like defend people or whatever. But then when it came down to doing practical, regular human being stuff or just everyday stuff, I didn't even know how to do all that. A lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't understand how to do it. It was my coaches kind of showed me how to do a lot of like yard work and bush trimming and working on trees, like little shit like that, and then the yard work. My other coach was helping me do like car stuff, so it was really interesting, man. It was really interesting. It was like it took like other people. Yeah, but I learned. I learned what? I learned what, man? I don't know if I quite understand through failure. I mean, of course, yeah, of course. But see, I think a lot of people just aren't really like. One thing I've noticed is that what's it called? One thing I've learned is like, how do I explain this? Like there's people my age and older that will talk to children like, oh, you don't know what this is, you don't know what to do, but they got to kind of do it from a point of like just teaching them. Like there's nothing wrong with asking them, oh, you don't know what this is, you don't know what to do. um but you can't do it from like a weird snarky, like, what's the word, like condescending standpoint. You can't really do that. You got to just be honest, like, hey, if you don't know how to do this, I can show you, I can tell you what it's about, I can teach you what it's about, we can show you, and make it an actual like educational moment. Because I don't think any kid wants to feel attacked for not knowing something or not being aware of some stuff. I don't think any kid wants to feel that way. I don't think that's good for anything. But that I think that's why a lot of kids probably aren't even trying to learn either, because the people who are actually able to teach them or are willing, or people who are able to teach them aren't necessarily willing to teach them. They're more so judging them for it. And I think about that sometimes. So it's really interesting. Failure. To work with your hands. Sorry, I had hard to type that fast. Oh, I got you. Got you. My fiance is a special needs teacher at a school that is the make or break for teens between jail or going back to normal house. I got you. If someone doesn't know how to offer to help them, kids want a teacher, not a bully. That's the biggest thing, man. They don't, in like I will say, like when I was young and I was more confrontational about everything, it was good. Like if you tried to bully me, I would probably try to stand up and then like take on the challenge of learning what it is you're talking about, or like try to whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just try to learn it and then become the best at it. I was one of those. Like I always took up all the challenges of like my dad, my uncle, my grandpa, and I kind of just like, let me see if I could do it. And my brother would do some shit. I tried to see if I could do it too. And then at some point, I think when I really started like actually boxing, it was like I didn't like anyone testing me at all at that point. I was like, I just realized the world just tries to test you a little bit, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't want anyone trying to test me. Like anyone that's asked me questions, I need to understand where that question comes from sometimes, and I just be, I'd be testing them trying to test me type shit. But it's really interesting. But it also made me kind of standoffish of like not trusting people, especially people older than me after a while, because I realized like some people wanted to see if like, hey man, he's kind of innocent. He wants to. If you throw him a challenge, he'll really like take it. And I was like, man, I ain't fucking with everybody that's trying to test me all the time. Um, hey, just tuning in to say, hope you had a good day. Hey, Zombie, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for dropping back in. That's crazy. I think I remember you from, was that yesterday or the other day? I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it's really interesting. On my bad, Project Spark, I wanted to address what you were talking about. I think that's, you said your fiance is special needs teacher. I think that's pretty nice, man. I like that, man. That's pretty cool. It's been a while since I've seen special needs teachers. I remember, one of my cousins. I didn't know I was related to her, but I met her because I was on crutches, and then they made me walk through this classroom that was in between my portables because I had to go up staircases and go down staircases on crutches. And they're like, "Hey, we seen you. We just wanted to offer. Can you just walk through our room and then whatever?" So I met the people. I met the kids there, and I just said hi to them. And yeah, like I'd always like had to run into like certain special needs teachers and stuff, but they were always some of the chillest people, and they always looked out for people too. Project Spark. And the saddest part is the principal, the staff, literally make it worse. Oh, word! Like the whole school looks like a prison. They fight, deal drugs, and are given three options: sheet metal bagger at grocery. What school? Again, what school is this? The fuck type of school is this? I don't know. Where do you live? Project Spark. Where do you live, man? That's crazy. It's sad because everyone now has a disability. A kid smoked weed in the bathroom, got it dropped because ADD. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because of ADD. Yeah. I mean, you can hide behind so much shit now. Like, I mean, I've seen that at the job. Ocala, Florida. Oh shit. Okay. I mean, Florida. Yeah, Florida would do it. Yeah, I had people like in my workplace that were like they would make mistakes. This is a hospital job. They'd make mistakes and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm dyslexic," or "I have this," and I'm like, you can only use that so much, and then people will have those like just fall onto their like I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm in the Beyblade scene. It's like it's a lot of autistic people, and sometimes people fall onto their disability stuff for like when they make mistakes or like for arguments and conversations here and there. And I'm not mad at it, but I'm also like I've never necessarily been diagnosed growing up, and I've never been treated like a kid who had the diagnosis or like had like a heavy amount of like autism or Down syndrome. Like I've never had that. Like I've never been treated that way. Does that make sense? So like because of that, I was treated like a normal person. I was bullied like a normal person because whenever you have those autistic kids or like special needs kids, they don't necessarily get bullied like that. Not that that's good or bad, but it's like I didn't go through that, and because I don't want to start leaning on it now when the going gets tough. Like I don't. There's some people who do that though. I'm not saying that everyone in the Beyblade scene does it, but I've seen it a lot where like some people really just get into the, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I went through this emotional thing. I'm having this going on. I was like, yeah, it's never any excuse to just trip out on people, you know. So I think about that sometimes. Um, it's really weird. It's really weird, man. LOL. I'm from Arizona. Florida is a whole new world. They are taking books like Animal Farm from schools. If a kid acts out, they're arrested. Yeah, Florida's different, man. Florida's always been like, I don't know what the hell is going on in Florida. Stephanie, Florida's always kind of just been Florida. You know what I mean? Like Florida is Florida. Like I don't know how to explain it. Even people that aren't from the U.S. like us, you know what I'm saying, that never lived in the U.S. like us, they kind of just understand. Like I heard Florida, what's up with Florida? And it's like, yeah, it's just Florida. Like when you go there, like I ain't gonna lie, when I was in Florida, I was in Tampa. I love the energy there. I love how warm it was, and then like I love the energy, like the warmth, and then the energy there. It was something about that like it it worked for me. I don't know how to explain it. That crazy energy, like I vibe with it, and then that's when I realized like either I need to move to a crazy warm area or I just need to get out the country and just go somewhere peaceful because I'm too used to the crazy shit and it's not healthy. You know what I mean? So I've been thinking about that stuff. It's its own country. It is its own country, man. Let's go, man. Good to see you. It's you never been there, Stephanie? Man, I mean you should go. You should go to like a little nice, there's little spots in if you go to the fuck is this shit called, man? It's St. Petersburg. So in the Tampa Bay area, if you go to St. Petersburg, there's like little nice areas that you can just go and chill out at. I would say that like every city or section in Florida kind of has its own like resort kind of thing. Like Orlando has like the good and the bad, the ugly. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just go see it for yourself. But it's worth it, I would say. You just got to ask yourself how many days and weeks do you want to spend there. You know what I mean? Um, it's some yeah, I read that. You only been to Maryland and Pennsylvania. I mean, that ain't bad either, though. That ain't bad either, man. I mean, some people just be like, the thing about it is like, see, on the East Coast, you're actually close to a lot of stuff, but like people I know over here, they've only seen like Seattle and then like different parts of Washington State. And then you have a few people that went and seen Portland one time because of like either a basketball game or something funny. You know what I mean? Like little shit like that. But there's some people that just never leave their city or their state or their neighborhood. Some people just never leave. But if you have the option, I would say just check. I mean, obviously, Stephanie, you have a different set of circumstances. But yeah, they got too big of snakes. Yeah, they had them. I think if you go to like Southern Florida, like Miami and shit, was it alligators or whatever? They be walking down the street like it's fucking like dogs, like loose dogs and shit. These be like they be look like loose dogs just walking down the street. Just a damn you know the gator just hanging out. The gator just be hanging out over there. You know what I mean? Just walking through. Somebody told me like they were somewhere near Miami, and they're like walking. They turned the corner, and there was like three gators that just popped out the water and just walking down the street like they had somewhere to go. They were just crossing the road, and I was like, that shit is normal. So yeah, they be having giant gators just be. I was like, I might be good off that, man. I run into a deer and a raccoon over here. I'll deal with a coyote before I deal with a gator. Look, even though they're slower, they're kind of slower. Don't go to Jacksonville. Go visit St. Augustine. I've been told to visit that place a lot. Oldest city in the U.S. It's beautiful. Yeah, go to visit St. Augustine. I've been hearing about that too. I've been recommended that like twice, actually three times. I'm lying. St. Augustine. I might have to see it for myself, but I'm strapped for cash right now. I'm in the, you know what I mean. We're gonna be posted up here doing this stuff, if not just working for the next year or so. We'll see what ends up happening. Certain money plays a hit. You know how I go. I only need to see what I need to. Otherwise, I'm content with life. I feel that, Stephanie. I feel that way, and I think like I traveled to a handful of states or a handful of cities, far from Seattle, and I'm like, I started seeing shit, and I was like, man, I'm not saying I've seen it all, because there's more to see in the world, but I've seen enough to let me know like what I'm actually looking for. Because you'll be in some cities, it'd be hella live, it'd be really like just bumping and stuff. It's like, do I need this right now? I don't necessarily need it, but if it's happening, like does that make sense? Like I don't need it, but I get it. Like when I'm coming to visit a place, I get it. My bad, I missed out. I missed out. 80% of mammals in the Everglades are gone because of pythons and alligators. It's like a war between reptiles. So they just been eating everything over there and just living life. That's why they be huge, man. Those things are like little dinosaurs. Fucking alligators just a little dinosaur walking around. I got too many children to travel. That's fair. That's true. That's true. That's why they did. That's why they created National Geographic in the Travel Channel. You know what I mean? So you guys could just be at the house and just watch that shit from the house, just from your TV, just watching that Geo. National Geographic, Travel Channel, just do that. That's why they got YouTube, so you can like see me in this city, and this is what it looks like at night now, type shit. Like stuff like that. That's why they have. This is why the world is the way it is now, Stephanie. So you can just experience the world from your phone. I was over here watching. I used to watch people in South Korea with my ex. We used to just lay down and just watch. Just binge, like it was like weird. It was like we just binge watch people just cooking food for people, like doing like a little street cooking, street vendor kind of thing, and then we'd watch that same cast of like those Korean actors and actresses and famous people. They would take their talents and do like a street vendor thing in France, and then they'd be in France doing the thing with language barriers, but then they'd be serving food. It was like a weird show, but we'd just be watching that shit like, oh, this is something that's actually happening and being documented, which is weird. But yeah, that's why the internet and cable exists. So you don't have to leave the house. You know what I mean? I think it's important to leave the house. I think it's important to get out a little bit, but get that out your system. Stephanie, did you travel before you guys started having kids though? Did you travel a lot before you guys started expanding the family and whatever? Let me know about that. Um, that's gratitude, the greatest weapon against the stuff like that life throws at you. The greatest weapon against this. Oh, that live on a ranch, they can go explore the forest. Oh yeah, they not that. I hear you. Miss Dixon, when they get to colleges in different countries and travel to. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, if they, I mean, that's another interesting thing. Yeah, maybe when they're older. Yeah, I mean, I thought about that too because like I thought my niece was gonna go to college to like a faraway city, and I was like, I'd be nice to go visit her in like a faraway city, but she stayed nearby. She's like in Boise, but I'm like, I'm just thinking about it like, I mean, you're not far away, but it'd be a nice city to visit, I guess. You know what I mean? Um, Maybe when they're, I had my, oh, you had your first child at 17. I hear you. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute for the youngest one too to become like 18, 20 or whatever, and like they'll probably still be nearby. I'm assuming, like, especially if you got a big family like that, big support system. There's nothing wrong with that. Foreign exchange, that'd be interesting too, like a foreign exchange student. Listen, Rafael, man, I don't know what you're saying. It looks like it's Portuguese. Is that Portuguese? Uh, that might be Spanish actually. But I don't speak that language, so I don't know what you're saying, Rafael. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you for dropping in. The youngest two, uh, now, so I got a long time. Oh, the youngest is two. I see what you're saying. The youngest is two. Oh shit. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, but even then, it's like, let's say the kids start to get a little older, and then you're able to travel with a small or a few here and there. Raphael, bro, like if you can type English, that'll help me. Let me know if you can do that. Lilith, welcome back. How's the party going? What's going on with the party? What's going on with the Sweet 16 over there? You know, what's going on over there? There she is. I said, there she is. What you mean, there she is? What's that mean? Project Spark, you know Lilith? Lilith, you know Project Spark? Let me know if you guys know each other, but yeah, that's interesting, man. Um, yeah, it's like, I think where I want to travel now would probably be the closest thing. Um, that's funny. Anyway, what's it called? I got to go to Spokane, Bellingham, Vancouver. And the only reason why I need to go there is because like that's where the Beyblade teams are at. I don't know if it's necessary right now because I'm kind of semi like pulling away from the scene a little bit. Like I'm gonna lock in on this Digimon, Pokemon, and this what do you call this Dragon Quest when that comes out next month. So I'm just locked. Oh, bro, Silk Song is taking a long. I thought I was close to the end of the game. I've been putting in hours on this shit, and I just got to Act Two. I did all this dying just to get to Act Two, and I'm like, I got so much ground to cover on this map, bro. I'm just dying every step of the way. But you get what I'm trying to say. Um, your husband is addicted to children, I think. With this, you took in another child. Interesting. I know you had another one, but yeah. I won't remember a name. I will try, but names suck for me. Got you. Vancouver is awesome. Make sure you've got a loaded wallet. That's the other thing too. Like, I went there back in like 20. Last time I went was like I went twice, I think. The last time I went was like 2015, 16, and I was like that. It was kind of expensive, but it wasn't too bad. And I heard ever since then it got like more expensive. And then I met some people on New Year's Eve, like a couple, and they're like, "What's going on with Seattle?" And then they started telling me like, "Oh yeah, what's interesting is what do you call this? the homeless shit that's happening up and down the West Coast is starting to be in Vancouver now too. He's like, yeah, cars are getting broken into, all type of stuff. So it's interesting. Yeah, I died a lot, Lilith, man. I like the one yesterday where I was fighting. I thought it was the last boss, so I was just sitting there going head up the whole time. But I was like, you know what, man, I gotta really strategize and dodge. So I locked in, strategize and dodge, and then there was like multiple phases of that boss battle, and I was like, bruh, how many hits before this dude dies? I just have to keep hitting him, and I have to keep hitting him to reload. The more you hit him, you can reload your silk. The more silk you have, the more you can heal yourself. So it was just ridiculous. Well, Lilith, you should remember you were my first wife biblically. Anyway, yeah. You gotta chill. That game is a Silk Song Project Spark. I guess you don't know Lilith. I'm assuming you don't know Lilith. That's kind of weird. Did you ever get help for that God complex and women were made for me issue? Oh, Project Spark. Yeah, yeah. And funny enough, if it gets too out of hand for you, Lilith, that's why you have the blue wrench. But I think you'll be all right either way. I think you're chilling either way. That's what I'm saying. That's always crazy. But anyway, Stephanie. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Stephanie. I don't know if you're able to read all this. I don't know if you're just hanging out and listening, but too much going on in the chat, really. Yeah, you got to chill, Project Spark. That was weird. But anyway, that game is like I'm on Act 2. I unlocked the giant map, and I'm like, this is just one piece of the map. Like this is just one piece. I had did everything at the bottom. I thought I unlocked everything. I thought I had all of the jumping capabilities. There's some spaces that are still kind of like barren, so I can't get there yet. And then I'm like, I guess I can't do it yet. I guess I need a new power up. I'm over here at the next place. You know what I'm saying? At the next spot, and I'm like, bro, I still have more of the map to unlock. So it's kind of crazy. I just don't understand what's going on. My bad. I'll probably say my bad. You're too buzzed for it to be an issue. Got you, Lilith. Vibing out here. Are you just watching, Stephanie? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're fine. I apologize. My thing was like, so I laughed at first when I first read it, and then my thing is like, if it weirds Lilith out, because Lilith has been a good person to me, if it weirds them out, I'll let them handle it. But I'm just like, I'm gonna leave it alone because it's like it's getting kind of crazy. I don't know, but if it sounds like we're all having fun here. If Lilith seems okay, then we're all good. I got the joke. It just took me a minute to get a project. All right, yeah, we're good. Then we're all good. But yeah, I was thinking about that. I actually thought you knew. Actually, you know what, Project Spark? I actually thought you knew Lilith if you could find their page. They game too. They go live and they game too. I don't know if do you know your at like because I know like your username is Lilith. Yeah, I'm getting tongue tied. But if you know your actual at, and if you could plug that in, Lilith, because Lilith games sometimes, and yeah, I would say just put that in there, and you could there he goes, Lilith 6.6. I would say check that out. Check out their channel, Project Spark. They be gaming too, and they were saying like their son is probably the best gamer in the family. I don't know if I remember that correctly, but like the way you described him playing that one game was kind of crazy. Yeah, Stephanie, Stephanie. It's just you and me hanging out. Like they're just, there's just a thing going on here. Got nothing to do with us. We're just hanging out. But yeah, now Stephanie, I would say like if you get a chance to travel, I mean, I'm trying to think like if you've only been on the East Coast on that side, Florida isn't bad. Like, and it's not far. It's actually not far. It's kind of like how people in Seattle go to Hawaii or they go to California. You know what I mean? And then vice versa. People from California that I know, they were like, I want to see the Pacific Northwest. I want to see all the trees and stuff. Oh yeah, you can come up here. I want to try some salmon. And I'm like, yeah, cool, cool. So then it's just that kind of thing, if that makes sense. Like each coast or each region kind of has their thing. You know what I mean? Like I know some people who are like living in Chicago and then them going down to Houston. When they go down to Houston, they're like, oh, I get to see like the third coast or whatever. Or sometimes they go to New Orleans. But what we got? I'm respectful. This is my first time actually online talking in 5 years. Project A, I think you're good. Project Spark, I think you're good. My thing is, as long as Lilith is cool with it, I think we're good. I think we're all good. So they're just chilling. They're just having fun. I think they're just. I wasn't sure if I was reading it the wrong way. As long as you guys are having fun back and forth, then I feel good too. That's why I gave Lilith the power. Stephanie Dixon is fine. Yep. Alex John, what's up? Welcome back in. Lilith, you're good. Just slow, got you. Johnny Bongo's in the house. Chief Bongo's in the house. That's, Chief Bongo got the blue wrench too. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we say that respectfully and like a way like we I've had lives where like we've had people. Project Spark, you're actually a chill person. Like no nobody do anything to them, but I will say like they're pretty chill. Like and then also my mods are pretty chill too. Like they've kind of just been monitoring like whenever we do get trolls, which is it's very rare occasion. You know what I mean? Very rare. But it's happened before, which is funny. Eternal Lights in the building. What's going on, Eternal? Eternal, did I miss your live stream? Did I miss yours? Are you going soon? If you're about to go live soon, I'm about to end this and watch yours because I haven't checked in with you in a while. Alex John, what were we talking about? I'm trying to think. What were we talking about? I think we were talking about traveling, like just trying to travel more and just get out of our cities or get out of our areas. Like that was the main thing that I think that I thought about. But hey Spark, if you're still here, just come hang, just hang out, man. We're chilling really. But um, what was I gonna say? The yeah, I don't know. Like every like little highway or section kind of has their little thing, if that makes sense. And I think people have to do it more often just to kind of get out of their own zone. Sometimes you need a little space. I used to feel weird about that. Like I don't think I'll ever leave this area. I just want to be around the element. But you got to leave sometimes, man. Yeah, so Florida's like, but see, Stephanie, you know what else is closer is like the Carolinas. If you go to like parts of South Carolina as well, that's another thing you could consider. I haven't seen it myself, but I will. I can vouch for Florida, at least Tampa. You didn't go live tonight, Eternal? Okay, okay, I got you. My whole life's trolls, 11 phones, 9 different phone numbers, 6 computers, moved 3 times. Why you? Hold on, wait, we got to address this, man. You got 11 phones, 9 different phone numbers, 6 computers. You guys living the life. You want to go to Asia, eat all the street food before I die? Lilith, you'll love it. You'll love it. But Alex John, welcome back, man. Appreciate you being here, dog. That'd be nice. Thailand, yeah, Thailand is one of those spots. And then, I mean, I've only been to the Philippines, but like, you should get the food over there. The street food there is really fresh. They probably like fished it that morning. That's gonna be really nice. I want to go to Germany. Germany's interesting. Yeah, we have a town over here called Leavenworth. It's a small town, but it's like by the side of a mountain. It's like a German town type of area. Your brother is there, Alex John? Are you talking about in Thailand or Germany? Which one? Dude, you have no idea. Wow, why so many phones? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Joe E, what's up, Joe E? Thank you for dropping in, man. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. We're all just hanging out. Florida. Oh, Florida. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Florida. I liked it, man. That's what's weird. Is like I would low key move to Florida before Texas because it's like it's more tropical weather and like warmer. But then that shit is gonna like this how's it going, man? It's just like the storms, man. It's like I don't know if I can handle that. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like, imagine you're just like in some warm weather, and then at north, like you get a warning, like oh you got to go indoors because it's about to be a hurricane or some shit. I don't know if I'm ready for that, bro. I don't think I'm gonna do it. That might be the move though. Still, if it wasn't Florida, it'd be Texas, and if it's not Texas, man, it's got to be Japan. I'm gonna be out in Japan, just living. You know what I'm saying? Just in the. You want to go to Japan, Alex John? That's where I'm trying to move. I'm trying to move to Japan. I'm trying to. I was supposed to take starting this week or like next week. I was supposed to go to or I was supposed to start taking these Japanese classes so I can learn the shit, but it ended up being like delayed. Like I ended up being like late for signing up on the class, so I got to be quicker next time. I'm gonna just talk to the people later, but I might actually go to a school because I need to interact with people person to person. You know what I mean? But hold on, who we got? At one point, I had several phones, tablets, and laptops. I ran simultaneously, but in gaming, mainly a little bit of trolling. You know, hold on, I just realized something. There we go. Okay. Um, One point I had several phones, tablets, laptops. Okay, I ran simultaneously, but in gaming, mainly a little bit of trolling. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like I feel like I've only had one phone at a time. One phone at a time. If I was lucky, I had two, but that was because one was like one of the phones I turned the service off for, but I would still use it on Wi-Fi just for gaming sometimes. Or I would use it for like an emulator. Like I had like a Android with emulator games on there. I would love Texas, but you're good here. Texas would be man. You got to get you some barbecue, Stephanie, from the source. Can you show one of your songs, Joe E? You know what's crazy, Joe E? I appreciate you bringing this up because if you look up Sid Cobain 1980, I forgot that my album released today. I was listening to it. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot this shit came out today. My homie Gibson mixed it, and the funny part about it was I sent the files to my homie Gibson. I was like, I'm not. I have a new program, and I also have or I have the same program, but I had to buy the same thing on my new laptop. But because it's a new laptop, I can access the old files, but I can't edit shit. So I was like, can I send you the actual wave files, and can you edit the wave files? He's like, I'll see if I could bounce the tracks a little bit. So he did some mix and mastering with the actual track, but not each instrument tracked out, if that makes sense. Not the drums, the sample, not the synth, boop, boop, boop. Like I didn't have it tracked out for him, so he was able to bounce the sound around. But it's called 1980 because when I sent him the files, he's like, "Hey, did you make these on an MPC?" I was like, "Why you say that?" He said, "Because in the notes, in the properties notes, it says 1980 on your tracks." I was like, I don't know why it says that, but I ended up naming the album 1980. So that if you look that up, Cinco Bang 1980, that album dropped today. No, those are I've had to change. Unfortunately, I'm going to have before they get to your place. Oh no, good heart, good bro, good soul. Be grateful, give freely. What does that mean? Anyway, but yeah, I got you, got you. I've seen a lot of trolls. Stephanie seen a lot of trolls. I've been lacking in the person to person contact. That might be for it's for better or for worse. You know, you never know. Like sometimes like when I'm away from people for a while, it kind of helps me out and it helps me kind of stay, you know what I'm saying? It like stuff like that. Lacking in the person. Are you talking like person to person with the like live streams or just in general? Like you just you kind of staying put where you're at. Um, by oh yeah, by project. Yep. All right, man. You gotta go. All right, Joe. Just let me know if you check it out, man. Like it exists though. It's on Spotify for sure. Probably all the other streaming platforms. But yeah. Lilith says, "Oh, Lilith maybe go live like, yeah, they go live, but I don't think they do the you don't do the webcam, right? I don't think you do it. Yeah, yeah. Lilith goes live, but then like it'll just be like microphone, which I almost kind of prefer that. If I was a game, I might just stick to microphone. But I'm sitting in the library, so I can't be yelling and talking because I'd be yelling and cussing every time I die in like Silk Song. That'd be kind of fun, but I'm over here just like quietly raging in the library every time I die. And I died like 50 times the other day, which is crazy. But anyway, it's the next best thing. That's fair. I wonder why my adopted son feels uncomfortable around the new, the what? The new boy me and my husband are fostering. Interesting. I mean, he's an adopted kid, so he's gonna take a while, right? I feel like they're not sure how they fit in. You also gotta think you have a big family. Like human beings is one thing, but all the animals, you guys have like double, triple animals compared to the human beings that are there. So he probably is just trying to feel out where he fits in. I could be wrong. Like I don't really know, man. I meant face to face as in person to person. That's fair. They do live. Yep. No face, but I didn't want the issues most women. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Welcome back, Alex John. Lilith is. I've had those issues before, and no thanks. Got you. Oh, he adopted him. Oh, 11 years ago. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're talking about that one. Got you. Graydon, what's going on, bro? Yo, Ben, what's good, bro? Man, I'll tell you what's good, man. I, got work today. Got off work an hour early. I was like, well, I'm going straight home. I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna go straight to the library. I'm gonna do some Silk songs. I was hyped. I was like, I got out work early. I'm gonna do more work. Just did my live streams, did two of them, and then this is the third one. So I'm like, I'm just trying to do as many as I can. Make sure my phone just gets to the low battery, and I go home, charge up, redo it again. Tomorrow, I'll go to work, try to get out early, hit the library, do it again. You know what I'm saying? But Graydon, I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you for being here, man. It's a great night. Uh, we not he we. Oh, we not he. My got you. We hold on. Let me go back to that, Stephanie. My mind does not feel comfortable around them. Me, we, and I got you. I got you. I think I caught it the first time, but yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Like it's funny. My mom was adopted, so she was the adopted kid in her family, and they had like I think there was like 9 kids already, and she was the 10th one. So she was the 10th kid to be part of the family, but she was the adopted kid. And I think she kind of always struggled with that too. Like I think it's just one of those. It's a strange rivalry where like they they value every time that they're being loved by the parents, and then they measure how much they're being loved compared to how the other kids are being loved. If that makes sense. So I know my mom would always kind of she loved her sisters, but she kind of had this weird beef with them where it's like she thinks that her sisters thought that they were better than her, but I think she just kind of was always like mentally thinking back to the days that like they would get kind of loved differently because they were the actual daughters, like like little shit like that. So, but it's not gonna be easy for a an adopted child. I can't imagine it is, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. You got the silver today on your live. Ooh, okay, okay. I might have missed out on that, bro. Get that energy. Yep, yep. Nice grading. Congrats. Yep. Thanks, Lilith. Are you subbed on my channel? I was actually curious because I thought I've seen you before. Lilith is usually here, but then Lilith is also does their own stuff. Let me know if I'm back. 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 Yeah, let me know if I'm back. Every time the plane, like when I'm having a good groove on the stream, it gets crazy. Well, Bane, I may get more silver on Saturday. Let me backtrack on this, man. Raiden says, well, Bane, I may get more. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Am I back? I'm back. All right, cool. You guys will see it. All right, hold on. Let me address grading. God damn, this is crazy. Well, Bane, I may get more silver on Saturday. I'm doing a live on Saturday night. So tune in. Thank you so much, Lilith. Okay, cool, cool, cool. There's so many girl gamers that made it inappropriate. That's also true too. But I will. So Stephanie, I will say this: even though they made it inappropriate, I'll be watching. I'm the degenerate that watches that shit. Um, yeah, it's made it an issue. Plus, I have kids. Don't want to put them in a bad position. That's actually fair too. That's actually smart. How many kids? Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. You guys are kind of just talking to each other. I'm gonna let that go. Nice, great, back. Yep, my kids are older. Yep, youngest is 15. They all come on my lives. Yeah, I remember. Eternal. I don't know if you told the story about. I think I accidentally I blocked somebody, or I got rid of somebody's comment, and I didn't know it was your kid in the live stream. But yeah, 7 kids, 5 daughters, 2 boys, five grandkids. I didn't know that. I'm about to sit in front of the library right here. Hold on 1 second. Yep, I'm connected to the library. Fuck it. Mine are all under 14. Oh, that's right, Stephanie. I forgot. I have mine in my community Discord, but I've made it so people can't message or add them. They're more for support and to game with me. That's fair. It's lagged out over here for some reason. Oh yeah, I keep coming back, but it glitches the same spot. Good night, everyone, and be safe. All right, man. I'm happy you guys kept talking to each other during the glitching, because last time I was sad when my literally like when 2 planes that run really low at this time of day go over my head. That's when that shit happens, and it fucks me up. Oldest granddaughter 17. Whoa, I didn't know that. 5 daughters. That's right. I forgot Eternal had hella kids. Go back, back. Yep. Couldn't imagine 5 daughters. All right, cool, cool, cool. Hell, even 1 daughter. Got you, got you. Lilith, you have all boys? I didn't think about that. Yeah, Graydon's a kid. Graydon's 14. Got 1 daughter and 13 sons. Yeah, no, Stephanie's got the most kids, and then adopted kids too. 13 sons. That's crazy. You know that house is tough. Ain't nobody running up on that house. You're a trooper. Good for you, Eternal. Oh yeah. Well, Stephanie. I was talking to Stephanie like a couple lives ago about how my grandpa had 7 sons, but that means my grandma pushed out 7 sons, and I was like, I always joked with my grandpa like, yeah, I'm gonna try to beat your record and get 8. Got too many. Well, it's 11:45 over here, so good night. All right, Graydon. I forgot about the time zones over there. You're gonna be cooked tomorrow. You're gonna be cooked. What? Night Graydon. Night Graydon. Yep, both boys. Night guys. I'm just catching up on chat. I'm gonna be like, yep, got wrong. You count the adopted ones as yeah, yeah. That's fair. Glad for it too. I was a horrible, willful child. I wouldn't know what to do with another me. Yeah, that's a fair way to look at it. I would be constantly afraid. Now it's good. It always goes to Grayson because Graydon is unique. That is true. I don't know too many Graydons now, the more I think about it. I pushed out 12 and took in 2 more boys. Pushing out 12 is crazy. The thought of that is crazy. But that's a strong woman right there. 12? Hey man, we're gonna see if this literally like the nights are getting windier, the planes is going overhead, and it's starting to fuck up my live streams in certain spots. Like even though like I'm on the top of the hill and I'm getting good reception, it's like it's better if I just sit here on the curb in front of the library, utilize the damn Wi-Fi for a little bit. Kind of works itself out, which is funny. Yes, I still look good. My husband still. There you go. That's a good man. He stuck around. After that many kids, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna still keep putting them in there. Good guy. Hey, hopefully, let me know if I'm saying something disrespectful. If I'm saying something disrespectful, you can moderate me out of here too. Let me know. My bad. Hell, Stephanie. Eternal, is windy over there? Really? Damn, it's windy up there. Yeah, sometimes Eternal will go live. He'll live stream his town. He'll walk around his town, and we'll get a chance to see that. He'll live stream with his family. But I'm more interested when he shows like the spiders at his house. There's spiders, and then there's like live. I mean, not livestock. What's it called? The animals. You know what I'm saying? When I see the chickens and stuff and the roosters, that stuff's pretty cool to me. Where is everyone located? SoCal here. Lilith is in SoCal. Eternal Light says Alberta, Canada. I'm in Seattle. I'm in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, Washington. So I'm not hard to find. I usually walk everywhere, and I'm like walking around everywhere, live streaming and shit. So I'm not hard to find. Like I'd be surprised. People see me with the shit, like the clip in thing, and walk around with my phone and shit. So people be knowing. Like, they be knowing, like, oh, this dude, what's he doing? Trying to live stream and shit. I'll be walking past I don't know. I might check the area. Maybe should I go tonight? Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't know yet. But like every time I walk past this one restaurant where my friend works at, he's like, "What you doing tonight?" I was like, "I'm live streaming." So he's got to go do his thing every night. And, you know, he just knows I'm on it. It was 80 here today. Eternal. So that's what's crazy. Like over here, it was like 75. I was sweating when I walked up the hill to the library. I was sweating, so I brought a bottle of water. I brought this giant bottle of Avion water, whatever the fuck it's called. And I was drinking it when I got to the library because I was like, damn, it's hot as hell. But I was sitting there for 3 hours, and the moment I got out, now you see how dark it is, and now you see how windy it is. It's crazy. Stephanie's in Maryland, homeland of the carbs. Word, carbs and the blue crab. Are you talking about homeland of the crabs? Let me know if I read that correctly. Canada, home of the killer moose. Yeah. Brayden, I didn't know you were Oklahoma, man. That's crazy. You was Sooners with the Sooners? Hello, hello. Oh yeah. Ain't no love in Oklahoma. Luke Combs. Stephanie. Doesn't Maryland have great seafood? Maryland supposedly has like blue crabs and shit. Yeah. We'd have our 2 weeks of beautiful weather. Eternal, man, it might be done, man. I think autumn is upon us. That's the name of this live stream. Autumn is upon us. It's happened. You know. Lilith, you love seafood? You gotta come up to Seattle. If you and the family come to Seattle, I'm gonna recommend some spots. I'm gonna show you some areas, maybe. You know, just in the future, ever. If you guys pop in. Uh, yes, it does. All right, Steph. There is no love. Luke is not wrong. It's hot. Tornadoes are coming after me, and the people are assholes. So, no, there's, yeah. I heard there's some weird energy up in Oklahoma just in general. You know what I mean? Oklahoma stole my team, the Seattle Supersonics, man. The Thunder's over there, but I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. Uh, Rocket, what's up, G? Rocket, let me know if I remember you from somewhere. I appreciate you dropping in, though. Thank you for being here, Rocket. Appreciate it, man. Let me know if you change your username. I don't know if I remember you that well, but I appreciate you being here, dog. I do want to do a catch and clean cook for crab one day. Lilith, have you ever had like a boil, like a lobster or a crab boil or anything like that? I always wanted to try one. Chief Bongo was in the building. Changes and upgrades are coming. Leveling up. You talking about in life or just in general? What's going on, Chief? What's going on with your bro? I want to slap the fuck out of some people here. They are weird. Yeah, I feel like every city and every, like, whenever you're still in your hometown, you feel like that sometimes where like people get too comfortable with you and you might want to just hurt them, but you got to be careful, man. You got to keep your hands to yourself, and like you got to learn your wits a little more. You got to learn to just banter with people, just talk trash to them a little bit. You know, it's a little better for you. It's more healthy if you do it like that. You know what I mean? Chief Bongo says life. Yeah, there you go. Chief Bongo, you going Super Saiyan 1 or 2? Let me know. You going Super Saiyan 1 or 2? What level you at? I heard that, but never seen it so far. Yeah. Hold on. I know like down south they do it. I know down south they do it. I'm used. Oh, I haven't. Oh, I live in the desert. Not much opportunity. That makes sense. I didn't know that. I didn't know you live in the desert. I guess that makes sense. You're new to the channel. Okay, well, welcome to the channel, Rocket. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Your 10-day forecast is around the same still. Things are turning color and dark just after 8. Yeah, I know, right? And everything used to be like 9 and 10. Remember that? Like I remember when you were showing me your live stream, because I think you're like an hour ahead, and you were showing me, and I was like, yeah, and the sun hasn't set, and it looks hella nice, like setting in the background. Language, young boy. Oh yeah, Stephanie. Sorry about that. We got a minor language here. Forecast. Oh yeah, forecast. Yeah, I got you. Got you. Oh, you're at 2, but you're going to Super Saiyan 3. You're gonna drain a lot of energy, man. Just to maintain. Be careful. Mojave Desert, parts of Cali. Everyone avoids unless they are dumping a body or trash of doing drugs. Yeah. Some people go to Mojave like just high as hell off of like shrooms or whatever, peyote, and then look at the stars and shit. I know that's one of them areas. Some people go to Montana. Some people go to like Arizona and shit. I've been hearing about that. Like, dude told me he got high off some shit, went to Arizona, and then they're like, "What did you see in the sky?" He said, "Man, I seen it all." That's all he said. He's like, "I seen it all." That's all he said. I didn't. He didn't really elaborate. I was like, I understand what you mean. 11 to midnight at the height of summer. Yeah, that's the thing is like because you guys are north enough, or like because you're that north, the sun is setting like a little later. I was in parts of Alaska like that. I was in Bethel, Alaska, with the Yupik people. Like people look at me even when I say hi, like they stare me down. Meanwhile, my intrusive thoughts are saying flip them off. Graydon, I don't know if you like look up this video. It's a YouTube short. There's probably a TikTok on it where someone says you can't attribute to malice what you would attribute to incompetence, because these people doing an interview in the mall, someone walks in front of the camera, and then turns into a deep conversation because the guy says, "You see the guy? He just walked in front of the camera like we're not fucking here." And the guy's like, "Yeah, that's people. You know, life happens. Don't attribute to malice what you would attribute to incompetence, because you know some people they're just in their zone." Like the other day when I was doing the live stream for the basketball and I walked through the neighborhood, I said good morning to so many people, and a lot of people just had their headphones in, or some people just looked away. Some people were just kind of doing their own thing. But you know, it sometimes it upsets me, but I'm also like, it is what it is. People are just doing their thing. You know, like they're just in their zone. They're just living life, and you know, just because they don't want to say hi doesn't mean they necessarily hate you. They carry malice towards you. You know what I mean? They're kind of just doing their little thing. It's kind of funny, but it is what it is. I like saying good morning, but I try not to take it personal anymore. I was speaking to Graydon, but I think he gone. Nope, he back. Yeah, no, yeah. I think he understands. I was just it's funny because I was rereading what Graydon said, so then I read it out loud. But yeah, um, I'll call your mother Graydon. Said you're 14. That's funny. Just stay longer. Why not? Hey, let me know if you're kicking it, man. Let me know. We're chilling. Mother flips me off 24/7, Mr. Bean style. That's crazy. So call her. I dare you. Damn. I'll take that over my father. Damn, your father called you a dumb bitch. I would have been mad at where what? That's sad. That's actually kind of sad. That's fucked up. You attacked your mom once though. Stephanie attacked her mom once. The world is so out of touch. That's also true, Rocket. It's very true. My bad. I don't know why it did that. There we go. She uh she slapped me for telling her to stop saying the F word, so I attacked her. You physically attacked her because you told her to stop. That's funny as hell. Hold on. I'm just making sure. It's funny because like some of the people that like I'm like normally like sub to on Twitch, they're like doing a Silk Song also, and I don't want to watch it because I'm like, bro, if I see it, I'm gonna get a spoiler of like an area or like a boss I'm not supposed to see. That's gonna mess me up a little bit. But yeah, Graydon, if you're still hanging out, let me know if that makes sense, man. It's like, you know, I'm very big on like, even if I don't say good morning or hi to somebody, I need to make eye contact and nod my head. I just need to acknowledge that I'm walking past you when I walk down the street. But some people they don't really, you know, they're not into that. You know what I mean? They're just not into that, which is fair. But you just got to let it go. It's more about them than it is about you when you think about it. It's more about what's going on within themselves, or more about who they are as a person. And it's not for us to judge, but it's more about them than it is about us. So if that's who we are, and we're kind of more of a, you know, put the energy out there kind of people, we'll just put the energy out there. You know what I'm saying? Is that my guy? Nah, that ain't him. You told him 7 times. It's okay, Graydon. Yeah, I've had a few followers not want to watch my live because of that. Borderlands is so new, and they don't want. Yeah, that's the thing. Like if someone is playing a game that you're trying to play, like I don't want to see it. And these are like my guy Solarian and Cider Taco. These are things I normally just like. I'll watch them, and then sometimes I'll just leave them running in the background so I can stay as a viewer. You know what I mean? Bro was crying on the floor. Wait, who's crying on the floor? Wait, what's going on? Oh, you hear a plane, Stephanie? Man, there's been hella planes flying overhead. That's been fucking up my connection over here. Excuse me. You sub to the Solarian? Yeah, Solarian's a good guy. He does Stardew on Mondays. I think he does Silk Song on Tuesdays, and then Saturday. I don't know. I think he moved one of the RPGs to Saturday. I gotta double check with you because he finished Final Fantasy 12, and then he replaced it with Silk Song, I believe. So that's been going on. I pop in and like his live sometimes when I can. That's good. That's good. Sometimes I'll be in his Twitch because I get points on there, and I'll say some stuff, you know what I'm saying, and then I'll jump on the YouTube and I'm like, yeah, I'm in two places at once. I teleported, and I just be doing that shit. Yeah, everyone's carrying their own cross. Never take it personal unless stated. That's fair. That's fair, man. Yeah, I've been noticing that, like, but also like I had to catch myself because I was like, why am I taking it so personal? But really, what it is like sometimes when you as an individual are putting energy out there and you're not being reciprocated, it probably is deep rooted back to like the times that like either you used to get reciprocated or you're just not dealing with it anymore. So it gets kind of triggering. So I don't know, man. That's just that's like growing pains, really. But it is what it is, man. You just roll with it. Like when you identify the problem and you realize that the solutions are within yourself and you have the power to do certain things, you just start like, you know, man, I get it now. That's my bad, and you just kind of start moving forward. You know, I don't know if that makes sense. I'm like trying to make it vague and like simplified, but yeah, hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. I subscribe to channels worth subscribing to. You're a subscriber over here, Ray Rocket. I appreciate it, man. I'm trying to stay like when I get off work, I'm trying to stay busy doing more work type of shit. You know, just stay making shit. You know, staying activated, whatever. I'm telling you, when I tell you to stop, especially 7 times, you better. Or you're gonna. Oh, I see what you're saying. Or you're gonna eat the floor. Got you. Got you. Yeah. Why you gotta be so violent, man? What's going on? But nah, I'm trying to get better on some live and let live. You know, there's some people who be talking crazy to me, and I actually support them. And I realized, like, yeah, I'm not even gonna just be in your fucking zone anymore. It was like it kind of hurt me, and I realized like there's a piece of me that wanted to go back there and just like start clanning the shit out of them and maybe slap the shit out of somebody. But I realized like that's less important than actually just having my own peace. So I realized I just like let me just give these people their space, and if they ever realize their wrongs and they apologize to me, then we'll have that conversation. But if they don't, then they will. I guess they just never will. Where I live, there's a military base not so far, so they fly jets and military helicopters. My bad. Over all the time, and we get the shock. Oh, you get it! Damn, you get it over there. That's how close you are. Shockwaves from the bomb testing sometimes too. It's cool sometimes. They wave back. That's kind of scary though. You too, Rocket. That's what Eternal says, Rocket. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Adrenaline is invasive. Adrenaline is like it's addictive. I curse a lot on my lives and play copyright music. LOL. I will never be able to monetize at this point. I did set up a channel in the Discord for jam sessions so people can change the music as they like to help draw them in. Stephanie says waving to the Jets is fun to my kids because if you see them, they wave. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I realize the conversation changed. I'm slumming. Lilith, you're good. Lilith, you also got to make sure if there's a red dot at the top, like tap your screen and then hit skip to live. Sometimes it's like kind of backtracked, but that happens. Same, yeah. And there's a military training path in the forest half a mile from our house, which is cool too. Send the message out if people accept, believe, or etc. It's not our duty, problem, or exactly. I'm learning that a little more, Chief. Where it's like this is just, but it's also like it's easier for me to just constantly be who I am, but I'm also trying to refine who I am on like a positive light and like just light, just things along light. Like I'm just trying to continuously do that, and trying to refine myself. Like, yeah, why would I entertain these conversations? Why would I, allow this, that, and the third whoopty wop? And I'm starting to choose peace over a lot of confrontation more lately, and it's I'm feeling a little better. It's hard. I'm not used to it. So sick of the sonic booms. Oh, you guys get those too? We got Blue Angels over here. It is, and it helps the horses actually because it helps them from getting as spooked from stupid shit. Yeah, they're probably like desensitized. I saw 2 military jets flying over the city today. Oh, really? Over there? Man, Chief Bongo, I went and did a vlog in his city, and then Sushi came up like 2 months ago. That was crazy, man. That's all full circle. It's not violent when you're being harassed and you've warned them to stop. When I did it, I was sent to the principals, and the principal high five me. That's the thing, Raiden, is like, yeah, if you're defending yourself, of course it's like applause worthy, but I will say like you don't want to like stay on that energy. You don't want to stay on that type of time. You know what I mean? You don't want to. It's fun because like when I was your age too, like I was like, yeah, if you check somebody, it's almost like you love the power rush of it and you want to keep checking them, but there's also a piece of me that ever since I was a kid, I was like, yeah, I'm still on some live and let live. Like I just let shit go, and whatever happens, happens kind of thing. Like I don't know, man. Pete, like the piece, like it does, and it's hard to explain. Like The older I get, it just makes the most sense. Where I was like, back to the Florida conversation, because I vibed really well in Florida and New York City. It's like, okay, that's a sign that like I'm just more really good because I've never been in a place where it's like a suburban kind of just real chill area. And I can just kind of zone out and just be in my own zone and just be by myself and just really chill. And I have to be like, what I'm saying, looking over the shoulder, doing all the et ceteras and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's really interesting. So it's like that's why I started choosing this path lately, where I'm like, I think I need to just move to Japan on the side of a mountain next to a river and talk to animals and shit. I just need to be over there and just chill out because I was thinking about this. Let me catch you on chat and then I'll tell you what I thought about. You choose peace when you're grown up. When you're grown up mentally. I think that's probably what it is. Why do men act like they're dying when having a small cold? Man, because it's just like we're slightly off of we're so used to being healthy and responsible. So when we're slightly off of responsible, we feel incompetent to people. So then it feels like, man, I can't do nothing for no one. You know what I mean? Because I'll speak on a men's behalf. It's like we just want to be able to help people and do for people. So when we get sick, we feel like we're slightly off 100% or slightly off 90%, and then it makes us feel like we're useless. But it's funny because we never die. We just be having a cold, which is funny. So I'm never violent unless it's in that situation. I feel that, Graydon. Yeah, but I guess I'm just giving you like a little extra food for thought where it's just like, don't become too power hungry, even though you can check people and you're strong enough to. Just be careful with that, man. And then use your power wisely. Use your power wisely. That's one thing I was taught because I was taught how to box since I was 12. So they were always just like, yeah, you're good at this. Just make sure you don't abuse this. I was like, oh, that's fair. I understand that. I don't. You used to be violent, Lilith. I believe it. That's crazy. If you or one doesn't share or engage with our space or energy, uh, to something, we will remain. Am I reading that correctly? We will remain the peace. Got you. Towards something. Got you. Towards something. We remain the peace. Yeah, it's interesting, man. I'm trying to tap into that a little more. I used to get violent, but now I this am always relaxed and chilled out. Got you. My husband is sick and is acting like he got the Black Death. Gummies and having kids chilled me the fuck out. Hey, gummies will do it. Real. Oh, yeah, great in. I feel like all I did was trip the dude's leg and the locker did the rest. It'd be like that. Great and need a huggy. Great, man. We're sending you hugs, man. You'll be all right, man. Like, it's fucked up because he's in, like, that's the thing. He's in the school space, so it's like he's gonna have to deal with people every day in the hallway. So he's on the edge, and it used to be like that in my neighborhood, where it's like every corner I turn, and even just walking outside the house, motherfuckers be tripping. I live. The only way to access my house is the alleyway. So like in between the alleyways, there'd be crackheads, there'd be dudes dealing and shit, there'd be fiends everywhere, and motherfuckers tripping. I was like, bro, we live here. Why you doing this shit in front of the house? And we have to like trip all the time. And the motherfuckers be watching the house, like they're trying to run up in the windows and shit. So, we was on point all the time, and then everything slowed down with gentrification and all this other crazy shit. And then it became what it was, man. But things chilled out, and here we are. And I'm like, hey, since we're here now that we know better, I just gotta keep doing better. It's kind of crazy. But those are the time periods, man. That was an interesting time back then. Gummies and children will do it. Yeah. Nah, this was last year in 8th grade. I'm fine now. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Interesting, Stephanie. I wonder if because I'm single, I have really no time to let the cold slump me. You know what, Eternal? That's the other thing too, man. Because when we're in relationships, sometimes women be draining our energy, and then we're susceptible. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being funny about it. I used to say that to my ex. I used to tell her, I was like, nah, I'm gonna give you one, hey, I'm gonna say some pause worthy stuff. Just hear me out. I'm gonna give you one load per day because if I do too many, I get sick. There was one time I went on a New York trip with my ex, and then my ex girlfriend were in New York, and then we just, bop bop, we was doing the thing in the morning and in the afternoon, nightish. We were just knocking the thing out the whole time in the hotel. So that was about 4 loads, like just hours and hours and hours of just work. You know what I'm saying? And I was like already worn out, tired, and then I hit what I'm saying, hit the loads, etc. Pause. I'm just trying to be honest here. But because I was sapping so much of my energy out, by the end of the trip, I ended up like having like damn near a flu because I was just so, what I'm saying, depleted, but also like vulnerable. So that's another part of it. So you might be onto something, Eternal. I think you're onto something, bro. I'm not trying to be funny here. Yo, low key. I'm not even trying to be funny. Even better, airsoft. Wait, what? What am I? Wait, what? I'm scared. What am I reading? Okay, hold on. The more power and privilege you have, the more responsibility will demand of you. That's why chieftains are held high. I got you. The line of the pride. Let me hit you with the Rastafari. There you go. You gonna end it on that. Yeah. All right, guys. I had fun chatting tonight. You all have a good rest of the night and be safe. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn. I bet. Ugh. Car pulled up on me. I'm gonna ask dude if he needs to pull up right here. Good night. I got my daily dose of comedy tonight. Yeah, great. You need to pull into it? Oh, you good? Okay, all right, man. Yeah, pretty good, man. I'm using the Wi-Fi, so yeah. Got you, got you. My husband begs for me to hold him every night, but then he acted like I was the one begging for it. Yeah, yeah. Don't drain your life like that, my dude. That's another thing too. Is like there was one girl I was able to and it's kind of funny. It's maybe it's because she had like I think she had a kid or two kids, but I think because of that, I was able to just boom boom pump it out, but I wasn't able to. I'm just being funny here, like, but I'm also telling the truth. I was able to just pump the thing out as much as possible, but then I was able to hold it. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if that makes sense. But then like there's some girls around like I don't even want to date them because I'm sorry, like I'm just gonna put it out there. It'd be too tight sometimes, man. I'm like, hey man, that thing it's you're draining me. You know what I'm saying? Like pause on all this, man. Excuse me. Hey, my women in the chat, forgive me. I'm just being honest here. Like there's some it's like, hey man, you're tugging on me too much. It's I can't. What we doing? Please. But yeah, it's crazy. But it happens, man. Make sure you're fitting strong. Fit your boom boom damn. Yo, what part two? You know what I'm saying, Stephanie? I'm being explicit because I'm just come on. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm just I'm just yeah. You know what I mean. Like if you know, you know. We'll leave it at that. And then sometimes I'm like, damn, it's too much right now. I don't know. There's a balance, but again, back to the word. What do you say? Balance. I got too many things to go through my mind. Hey, don't okay, you're good then, Stephanie. Don't worry about it too much. I think you're good. Yeah, good. That's what I worry about sometimes. I think that, but on a funny note, I think that's why I've been kind of like messing around with a lot of like cougars and milfs lately, because I'm just like low key, man. It's just it's the fit is right, and that's funny already. The fit is right. I don't mean no pun intended there. The fit is right. Like there's a maturity of like that woman as well, and like she spends her time doing things being productive, and I want to spend my time doing things productive. But when we get it in, we get it in. You know what I mean? Them treat you nice. Bruh, man. I mean, he gets it though, man. He gets it. But no, it's funny because I had one of my exes, like, I got really, like, it was good practicing with her. I was like, damn, I don't even gotta. And she used to feel bad. She was like, what about you? And I was like, nah, it's good because then I get to preserve my energy. I spend all my energy doing the work, but I don't lose any energy. So that kind of, you know what I'm saying? That chuckle shuffle. Yeah. But yeah, but it's interesting. I had one ex that like it was just too much, man. It was too much. I don't know how to explain it. It was also because she was like, it's maybe because she grew up eating healthy, but it was too much, bro. I was like, this is too tight. And I used to try to tell her, I was like, listen, I want to blame you, but I just can't handle that. It's a lot, too much. Uh, them got a better level head and give it to, yeah. That's the other thing too. That's the other thing too, man. Is like, as much as I vibe on a physical level with certain types of women, like I like me a fat ass. I've never denied that. But it's like just being able to kick it with a girl in general is always gonna matter more to me. You know what I'm saying? Dude coming undone from her to fat. Yeah, I'm just saying with the Ric Flair. Woo! Yeah, it's like that sometimes, and it sucks because like the whole time I'm just going slow, and it's just like I can't speed up. I'm sorry. If I speed up, it's done. It's done. There's some that just be like that. Cutting board. Wait a minute. I'm scared. Wait, you said you're a cutting board? I gotta know. I don't know if I understand the analogy here. I think I'm scared to try to understand it. Let me start walking a bit. Ugh. I thought the dude was gonna run me over. The guy who he comes to the library just to clean up and shit. I'm about to disconnect from the Wi-Fi 1 second, but yeah. Let me see if this. Hold on 1 second. All right, so I just disconnected from the Wi-Fi. I'm walking, but Let me know if the connection gets kind of fuzzy or spotty. Let me know how that go. Uh-oh. I'm as oh, I see what you're saying. I'm as flat as a cutting board. My husband uses my ass as a tip. Got you. I mean, you know what's funny? Like some girls say that they're flat, but truthfully, I know they have a little bit of bubble. I could be wrong. There was one time I did see a girl with a really flat ass, and like that's probably like I just felt really bad for her. You know what I mean? Like not like I don't know how to explain it. Like you know how some girls they have a decent amount of ass, but then they still get like a BBL. You know what I mean? Like this girl probably needed it, and like I'm just being respectfully when I'm being very, very respectful when I say this. Like the girl who was super flat, I would have understood if she got a BBL. Like I would have been like, you know what? I understand why you did it, because yeah, I get it. I get it. But then there's some girls that have a decent amount already, and then they do the most. And I was like, why did you add hella extra when it was already nice? It was already decent. You said you're a personal table. You know what's fun? So between Lilith and Stephanie, I'm happy that you both have like a sense of humor because sometimes in the chat, like with other dudes in here, like we'll get real honest and just be funny. And like you guys are good at taking jokes and even joking back and whatnot because this shit is funny as hell. That is crazy. A personal table is wild, Stephanie. But now I've seen that a lot where I'm like, there's a girl I knew. She had a decent body, like a really good one, really good. Just she was always beautiful. She didn't have the fattest ass, but she had a nice one. Seen her again like 5 years later, after she became like an IG model and all that stuff. And then she just added like more. Like I get it, like it's an insecurity thing. That's not her fault or whatever. That's society or whatever. Yeah, sure. But I was like, damn, you didn't even need that. But then, like I say, I be seeing. It's rare that I see someone who's like legit flat. Them girls like need the BBLs low key. If that makes sense. My bad. This is I love you. I got this enough for looks. That's it. This enough for my husband to grab. I got you. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm pretty sure you have a little bit of bubble, like enough. Because if you were completely flat, I don't think you would have got wifed. I'll be honest with you. Let me know if that makes sense. Stephanie, I knock things off tables with my hips, but look for a chest and you will be searching for life. Are you one of those? Lilith, are you a pear? Pear shaped? That's what we call them. You told me this last time though. You told me about that. Yeah, pear shape is like the best. Fucking where's Waldo? Gotta wear a striped shirt. That's funny. There's a channel, I forgot this lady's name. It's like something like K Chef or something. I was watching her yesterday. And all she does is bounce her ass while she cooks pastries. These are the channels I watch. I'm like, man, this is bad. I need to get away from this. Get back to like financial channels and stuff. Get back focused. My hips stick out of my body. There you go, Stephanie. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure you got a little bit of bubble. Because I'm like I said, if you were flat, I'm pretty sure your husband wouldn't be trying to give you damn 11, 12 kids, whatever. You know what I mean? Oh shit, what damn, hold on. There you go. 100% pear shape. Got you. You like pears, Rocket? I think we all like pears. Like a weeble wobble. I like that. Got a nice chest. That's it. Then a nice ass. Well, that it. But it's nothing too big. We weeble. Wow, you got me reading some crazy shit, guys. We weeble wobble, but we don't fall down. Let me. Hey, so Lilith, I want you to look this up. You probably already know this because I did this with my ex at the house a long time ago when she was living with us. But there's a thing where like women's center of balance is better than men's. So there's a thing where like you put a chair next to a wall, and then you'll bend your body from your hip like 90 degrees, and you'll put the top of your head on the wall, and then you carry the chair to your chest, and then you just stand up. So women can all do it, but then like when dudes try to do it, we start losing our center of balance. Like we just start tipping over. But women naturally have a nice center of balance, regardless of hips or whatever. Eternal says, I like all shapes and sizes of women. I think they're all beautiful. Yeah, I feel the same way. As much as I like a fat ass, there's this one girl at work. There's something about her that I really like, and she kind of well, she not flatty. She's not flatty McFlat, but she doesn't have ass, and then she's kind of a vanilla looking girl. She's kind of plain, but I like her. Smaller, large. God bless all the bubbles. Them all are appreciated and beautiful in their own right. Yeah, I love me a peach. Love me a peach. Can't knock down the flat. They just become the floor. My bad. Best thing God created women. Exactly. No offense. Wait, what did I miss it, Stephanie? That's true for a lot of women, for sure. Indeed, the greatest creation, no lie. I mean, we all came from one, right? We all came from a woman, man. And oh yeah, unless I'm on a horse though, you could knock me off balance with a feather. Then again, I'm always short with itty bitty hobbit feet. Oh, I see what you're saying. Short. Yeah, but no, Lilith and Stephanie, look that up. It's a challenge. It's this challenge with a chair, where like you're basically, you bend at the hips and then your body's like 90 degrees, and the top of your head is on the wall. There's a chair underneath you, and then you lift the chair to your chest. Women can do it, men can't. But it's something about the center balance of women that is different within the like anatomically or some shit. I don't know how to explain it. It's a beautiful thing though. It's a beautiful what do you call this? It's a beautiful setting that was pre-installed in all women, basically. I'm glad I got tiny chests. Then no back pain from horse ride. Oh, is that a thing? I guess that makes sense. Sometimes you see that on like social media, like a big boob girl on a horse, but like she's only doing it for that day. She don't do it all the time. Women came from us, I believe. You believe that she? There's some truth to that because we have to plant the seed. So I hear what you're saying. That does make sense too. Exact, Stephanie. Women float better than men. That's true. You got the natural, you call this natural flotation devices, the buoyancy. My husband tells me he can shop anywhere for me because I can wear. Wait, what? So this bra, so he can always buy me a cheap new pair. That's hilarious. We got free floaters. What's happening here? Yo, what is happening? It's the titty chat. We got the titty chat tonight. I might just like what did I named the live chat? Autumn is upon us, but I might just switch it to like follows upon us, and then falling titties or something like that. I don't even know. I don't even know what happened. Tatas. Yeah. Tiffany, I can shop in the children's section for shoes. That's actually good though, because they're cheaper. I had a friend like that in high school. She used to go to the kids section and get Jordans in the kids section. Way cheaper than normal. I mean, it's better than like having big old feet and having to get men's Jordans. That's rough. You know, kids Jordans probably a lot better, or kids whatever. Like kids size just sports shoes in general. Oh my bad, damn. I feel bad shopping for them. I just go bare feet. You're barefoot. My bad. I have to buy a size 13 in women. Damn, what the hell? Oh yeah, wait. In women's, okay. I just did the math on that. I'm thinking 13 like it's men's. I want shoe shopping. I want shoes hate. Not, I got you. Wide ass feet. Same. Shopping the men's. Size 4 extra wide shoes with a high arch. Oh really? Is that better than being flat footed? Oh shit. All right. Hey Lilith, Stephanie. Who else we got up in here? Rocket, Eternal, Chief Bongo. I don't know if Graydon left. Who else was hanging out? Listen, everyone in the chat, I appreciate you guys, man. Today was a fun live. I didn't know where it was gonna go. I appreciate you guys sticking around during the airplanes and shit. My phone is about to die. About to go inside the house. I'm gonna try to do more tomorrow. We'll see. Go to work, get off, do the same thing, just cycle it around. Philly repping. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Philly. Yeah, buddy. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.